In the heart of a small village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Yusuf. He was curious, full of energy, and always eager to learn. But Yusuf had one flaw. He was often impatient and quick to give up when things did not go his way. One day, Yusuf was playing by the river when he saw an old man sitting on a rock, gazing at the water. The old man was known as Sheikh Karim, the wisest man in the village. Yusuf had often heard stories about his wisdom, and he decided to speak with him. "Sheikh Karim," Yusuf called out, "why do people say you are so wise?" The old man smiled. "Wisdom comes from patience and experience, my son. Tell me, what is troubling you?" Yusuf sighed and sat beside him. "I try to do many things, but I fail. I wanted to learn to read the Quran, but the words are difficult. I wanted to help my father in the fields, but the work is hard. I always want to be strong, but I feel weak." Sheikh Karim nodded thoughtfully. "Let me tell you a story," he said, his eyes twinkling. "Once, there was a young potter's apprentice named Hamza. He lived in a town where pottery was the most valued craft. Hamza dreamed of making the most beautiful clay pots, but no matter how hard he tried, his pots would crack in the fire, break in his hands, or come out misshapen. Frustrated, Hamza decided to quit. But before he could, his master, an elderly potter, took him to a special place, a riverbank where the finest clay could be found. "Do you see this clay, Hamza?" the potter asked. "Yes," Hamza replied. "This clay is soft and useless now, but with time and patience, it can become something strong and beautiful. First, we must knead it to remove the air bubbles. Then, we shape it with steady hands. But even then, it is not ready. We must put it in the fire. The fire will make it strong. Without the fire, the pot will break easily. If we rush the process, the pot will shatter." Hamza listened carefully, realizing the lesson hidden in his master's words. From that day on, he worked with patience. He shaped the clay with care, let it dry properly, and accepted that the fire was necessary. Over time, he became one of the greatest potters in the land. Sheikh Karim looked at Yusuf. "Do you understand the meaning of this story, my son?" Yusuf thought for a moment. "Are you saying that just like the clay needs time and fire to become strong, I also need to be patient and go through struggles to become better?" The old man smiled warmly. "Yes, exactly. Allah SWT teaches us patience and perseverance through hardships. Just like clay must be molded, shaped, and tested by fire, we, too, must go through difficulties to grow stronger in faith and character." Yusuf felt a spark of inspiration in his heart. "So, if I struggle to learn the Quran, I should keep trying? If I feel weak, I should work harder instead of giving up?" Sheikh Karim nodded. "Yes, my dear child. Allah SWT says in the Quran, 'Indeed, with hardship comes ease.' Surah Al-Anshira 94:6. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to grow. When you feel like giving up, remember the clay pot." Yusuf went home that day with a new sense of determination. He no longer felt defeated when he faced challenges. Instead, he remembered Sheikh Karim's story and saw every struggle as a step toward becoming stronger.